nothing. And if you see a gator that size, like pounds like that, definitely a male. Female's only that big unless you're married. I do have good news for women, though. I know you guys give me these looks. Did you guys know an alligator will never bite a woman over 40 years old? That's true. They're just too bitter. Yeah. I mean, I don't see any women here over, what are you, 17? Maybe 18 over here, 18 years old?
More like 90.
19. Okay.
No.
19. Come on. See, I'm stupid? I'm in a pit full of alligators. 17, 18, 20? 21 as high as I go. All right, folks. Before I forget, after the show, if anybody's interested, hasn't seen it or done it already, Victoria will be back there. You can't miss her, El Prego Dente. She has... I said it. She has this baby alligator. If you'd like to hold it, take a picture of your own camera. She charges you $5. I guess that's kind of a cool touristy thing to do. We've also made available, as some of you may have just seen, the opportunity to sit in the big alligator, because we get asked all the time. So if you'd like to sit in a big alligator, about the size of Godzilla over there, 8 feet, 300 pounds, you can update your lame Facebook page, and you know who are. You can line up the kids, make a new Christmas card for next year, whatever the case may be. The big one's $10, and we do take them out show. That tape doesn't keep you safe, but it should give you a nice false sense of security. So at least you can smile for the camera before he spins around and rips your face off. No, Godzilla doesn't even know he's an alligator. That's a dog in a gator suit. All right, now, before we get started, I do want to explain a few things about these alligators I use in my gator shows. All the gators you see in this pit are what's known as nuisance alligators. That means they've all come from someone's backyard pond, canal, swimming pool, came off the golf course, ate the neighbor's dog, something like that. 2 dogs. Not like Lassie or Rin Tin Tin, those little punt pass and kick dogs that nobody likes. All he really eats now is puppies from the pound. They just give them away. I don't let them go to waste. That's a joke. They don't eat puppies. Only kittens. Little furry. Well, no. That's a brand new alligator. That's a normal weight alligator. Those guys are overweight. Those guys have been here for over 6 months. This guy's been here for almost, they're actually both been over here for over a year. They get a little weight problem. This is how a gator should look. But they're probably happier like that. In where?
Right behind his hind leg.
That?
Yeah.
Just extra skin where it moves. Kind of like your flap of your armpit. I'm not making fun of you. She asked a question. All right, now, when you have that nuisance alligator in your neighborhood here in Florida, a trapper gets called out. He removes the alligator. He charges you nothing. Alligator removal is free because that's his payment. He takes the alligator to a processing plant where they kill it, and he gets paid for the valuable meat and hide. That's where we get alligator belts, boots, handbags, wallets, all that kind of stuff. A lucky few we buy off the trapper, or I trap myself. I am a trapper here in Florida. I would say without question the only non-kill trapper in the whole state. I don't think anybody else is dumb enough to work for free. When I get a gator, whether I buy him off another trapper, I catch him myself, they eventually end up in a wildlife preserve, a sanctuary down in southern Florida, Homestead, Florida City area. The ones that are of wrestling size, these guys, they come here to raise money to buy more alligators. They may stay here for a few weeks, may stay here. Godzilla's been here for almost 2 years. Once they get used to it, they'd much rather be here than even out there. Because here the food chases them, and that's really all they care about. I can leave the gate open tonight, and he would probably try to walk away, and 2 other ones. The rest have been here so long they know Monday, 5 o'clock, here comes some chicken. So they won't walk out, they just know this is where the food is. Nobody hurts them in here. Food comes regular. That's all they really need. Now, they can never be released into the wild. Any nuisance alligator that exceeds 4 feet in length, in accordance with Florida state law, must be kept in captivity or destroyed. Only 2 options. The reason you cannot release a nuisance alligator, they tried that years ago when they were highly endangered. Gator ate your dog, they drop them off 100 miles in the Everglades. 2 months later, new dog, gone. Same gator in the backyard. You can't drive down the street here, south of Lake Okeechobee, without running parallel to or crossing a canal. Those are alligator highways. We go from Lake Okeechobee all the way to the Keys, coast to coast. Anywhere you go in a car, he can go in a canal, and a lot of places you can't go. Now, the other reason you can't release them, a lot of nuisance alligators have been fed by people. When you feed an alligator, you do two things. One, you kill the alligator. Two, you create a man-eater. Because now he views people as a food source. Whether you are the food or you give him food, he doesn't care. You walk down the dock every few days, throw him some chip bread or whatever it is. When he sees anybody walking down the dock, he thinks the same thing, food's coming. So when the other guy jumps into the water to go for a swim, he thinks, oh, that's some food. Catches him and kills him. Kind of sounds like a banshee howling at night. It's not quite as enjoyable. Now, the purpose of these alligator wrestling shows is we were raised the money to buy the alligators. I have 8 different guys and 2 girls that volunteer their time here to do these wrestling shows. None of them get them, nor should they, because one of those morons is supposed to be here today, not me. It's not that funny. The only money they bring in comes to the baskets you see along the fence line. They all put it together, and that's what we use to buy the alligators off the other trappers, pays for their food, medical needs, things like that. Basically funds the rescue program. Now, alligator wrestling, not going to be like wrestling on television. I will not kick, punch, or hurt the alligator in any way. There'll be no headlocks or body slams. And thankfully for you folks, I will not dress up in spandex and jump off the top rope. Unless you really, really want to see it.
Tell me something. Do they ever turn on you like this?
No, they're not like women. You can trust them, Alex. Now, for the most part, he's only been there for a few weeks. He already knows I'm not going to hurt him. That's why he's not coming after me right now. A brand new one, when I first get him in, if I stand here, he's going to think I'm trying to predate upon him, trying to predate upon him, trying to eat him. He's going to spin and try to bite to defend himself. I'm too big to go after for prey. His point of view is 6 inches off the ground. I'm Bigfoot when I walk in here. And unlike the show on TV, I actually exist. Now, to do the alligator wrestling, I'm going to need an alligator. Makes sense, I would think. I got that big guy in the corner, but I probably can't move him. We've got somebody else.
Like you said, they know he's not going to hurt them. They're unpredictable, yeah.
Oh, yeah, way. He already did a show.
He knows. Miguel se lo muerde.
Now, yeah, first the first time the boys are back. Coming back for more. Now, there's 2 ways to catch an alligator for a wrestling show. Palm catch and a quick catch. Quick catch, grabbing the alligator by the tail. The reason I grab this guy by the tail, you'll notice if you look very closely, kind of hard to see, but there's no teeth at that end. Yeah, you have to be smart in this game, folks. Really. And all you want to do is drag him back. You want to get into a blind spot, and then quickly dive onto the back. Maybe I'll show you a lighter alligator.
Wow. How much does this one weigh, do you think?
About 330. Wow. Luckily, this one's dead. Now, hey, where are you going? Now, the frontal catch is basically utilizing a blind spot he has directly in front of his nose. Notice the eyes are on top to the sides of the head. He can't see directly in front or below the jaw. And he's closing his eyes right now for what reason, I don't know. So that allows you... Okay, but... people are watching. Okay.
What's he doing there?
He wants to kiss.
Oh.
Now, again, the eyes are on top of the head, so he can't see in front, below, or even inside of his own mouth. It allows us to do stupid things. Why, is that bad? I don't know, it's my first day. The reason he slammed his mouth shut, he can't see inside of his own mouth to know my hand's in there. If you touch something, he may try to catch it. This guy's pretty smart, though. He's probably used to this game.
Yeah, be careful, Billy.
Oh, it's how you trim your fingernails in the Everglades. It's called the redneck manicure. It actually works pretty good. Now all you want to do is sneak your hand underneath, get the head back, Let me straighten them out for you. Reach over, good firm grip of the jaws. Now for the guys, pay attention, this is very important. When you hold the alligator, always hold him just like this, okay?
Be very careful.
Never ever hold him like this. Not funny. Not funny, bad things can happen. Really bad things.
I believe him.
You don't get it, look, I'll show you. No. There's nothing to
No, I
see.
believe him.
There's nothing to see anyway. And all you want to do is cover the eyes, quickly step over onto the back. Now, if I wanted to catch this guy by myself, any modicum of light would help the integrity of this show right now. Just letting you know. If I want to catch it by myself, I got to tie the jaws shut by myself. It's hard to tie a knot with one hand. It doesn't work too well. The Seminoles came up with a technique we now refer to as bulldogging, holding the jaws close to your chin and your chest. Raise your hands up, gives you time to take out leather or rope and tie a knot. If you want to take a picture, wait till both arms go out to the side, or you see the blood pouring down my throat. It's usually what I tell the kids to stay in school. Take out your rope, quick wrap, tie a knot, and you have yourself a caught and tied alligator. Now, briefly touch on a few different parts of the alligator's anatomy. The eyes are very well protected. He has very deep eye sockets. Anything threatens those eyes, they drop to the bottom of the eye sockets out of the way. A hump, bony, leathery eyelid comes down to help protect them. Lower eyelid, like you and I have, and he has a third eyelid called the nictitating membrane. The little transparent lens you may see move from front to back. It acts to clean dust and debris away from the eyes, also acts as goggles for the alligator underwater. Now behind the eyes, alligator's ears. Little flaps right there. Alligator hears about as well as we do on land. He also hears very well under the water. Now between the ears, where you going, son? Hey, do one lousy show, I gotta do them all. Yeah, relax. Again, ears right there. Between those ears, behind the eyes, located about there, alligator's brain. About the size of a peanut. Only one animal in the entire world has a smaller brain to body size ratio. That, of course, is the alligator wrestler. Sad but true. Now, the bony plates you see all over the back are called scutes. These bony osteoderms do two things for the alligator. One, armor plating. It protects them from predators and other alligators during the mating and territorial disputes. More importantly, acts as a solar panel. Alligator lays out in the sun with that dark black skin. Sun beats down, heats up the skin in those scutes, which are covered in little blood vessels. The blood heats up, circulates through the body, increases the energy and metabolism. Notice as if the skin was black and not green. Almost every t-shirt, cartoon, painting, stuffed animal, child toy you've ever seen of an alligator, almost always green. Alligators are not green, they're black, brown, tan.